Hi, this is Shannon Sievert, and today we are looking at section 5.3, rational numbers. On our agenda for today, we are defining rational numbers, and we're reducing rational numbers, and reviewing long division. Rational numbers. The definition of rational numbers is the set of all numbers which can be expressed in the form of A over B, where A and B are integers and B is not equal to 0. Notice that A is the numerator and B is the denominator. Some examples of rational numbers are any fraction, repeating decimals such as 0.333333333333, terminating decimals such as 0.25 because it ends, and any integer like the number 2. We want to reduce 130 over 455. I'm going to first of all find my prime factorization for this by taking 13 times 10 and 2 times 5. So now I can write 130 as 2 times 5 times 13. I want to do the same thing for 455. This is the same thing as saying 5 times 91 and then 7 times 13. So I can write that as 5 times 7 times 13. Now that I have this written, I can cancel out anything that's in common. So the 5's can go away and the 13's can go away. Now I'm down to 2/7. Another way that people commonly do this is just to keep dividing until you can't divide anymore. So it'd be the same as saying, let's divide the top and bottom by 5. So if I did that, I would have 27 over 91. I think that's 27. I'm going to double check that. 130 divided by 5. Sorry, 26. Okay? And notice that 13 goes into both of these, so I can divide it by 13 now. And that ends up being 2/7. So either way you could do this. Sometimes it's easier to define the prime factorization though. So there are two different types of fractions. We have mixed fractions and improper fractions. A mixed fraction is one in which you have a whole number and a fraction next to it. So it's 3 4/5. That's a mixed number. And this one's an improper fraction. You can always say that the larger number is on the top and the smaller number is on the bottom. So on this particular one, we want to convert a mixed number into an improper fraction. In order to do that, we are actually going to take 8 times 2 and then we're going to add 5 to it. So 8 times 2 plus 5 is 16 plus 5, which will be 21 over 8. That is our improper fraction. We want to take a quick minute to review long division. So, if we take 213, we're going to divide that by 4. 4 does not go into 2, but it does go into 21. So I can say 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. So 21 minus 20 is 1. And now we'll bring down the 3. 4 goes into 13 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. I subtract that and I have a 1. So in this case we have 53 with a remainder of 1. The way we would write that in this particular, if we wanted to write this in fraction form, it would be the same thing as saying 53 and 1 over 4, because we were dividing everything by 4 and we have 1/4 left. So this would be our mixed number if we were doing long division. Let's try this now with 20 and 4,215. So 20 goes into 42 twice. 2 times 20 is 40. If I subtract 40 from 42, I have 2 left over, and I'm going to bring down the 1. 20 goes into 21 one time. 1 times 20 is 20. I subtract, I have 1, and I'll bring down the 5 now. And unfortunately, I can't go any further, so this is the same thing as saying 21 remainder 15, and I can write that in fraction form as 21 and 15 twentieths. I could reduce this one though, because 5 goes into 15 and 20, so I could say 21 and 15 divided by 5 is 3, and 20 divided by 5 is 4. So I could also say this. This would be the most reduced form. So here I want to convert a positive improper fraction into a mixed number. To do that, I'm actually going to need to do long division. So 5 goes into 42. And we know that 5 goes into 42 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40. And we have 2 remainder. So my mixed number is going to be 8. And then I'm going to go around like this. And 2 is going to be on the top. My divisor is going to be 5. Now you take a moment to try 23 divided by 5 and put it into mixed number form. And then come back and check your work. So on this one, I got a mixed number of 4 3/5. That is the end of this video, and you need to watch the next video for this entire lesson.